Have you ever finished a book, closed the last page, and then realized you can barely recall what you just read? Or perhaps you've spent hours studying, only to find the information has vanished from your mind when you need it most. A frustrating experience, feeling like your time and effort have simply evaporated. In an age of information overload, the ability to not just read, but truly remember what you read, is a superpower. It's the key to deeper learning, better decision-making, and unlocking your full intellectual potential. But how do you go from passively consuming words to actively retaining knowledge? In this video, we'll reveal powerful, scientifically backed strategies that will transform the way you read, ensuring you remember everything that truly matters. The first crucial step is to shift from passive reading to active engagement. Most people read by simply letting their eyes glide across the page, hoping the information will somehow stick. This is like trying to fill a leaky bucket. Instead, become an active participant. Before you even begin reading, ask yourself why. Am I reading this? What do I hope to learn? What questions do I have? This pre-reading phase primes your brain, creating a mental framework for the incoming information. Next, engage with the text as you read. Don't just highlight. Highlighting alone is often a passive act. Instead, annotate.
Write notes in the
margins. Summarize paragraphs in your own words. Draw connections, and jot down questions that arise. This forces your brain to process the information more deeply. Another powerful technique is the Feynman Technique, named after the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman. The core idea is simple. If you want to understand and remember something, try to explain it to a 5-year-old. When you read a concept, then attempt to explain it in simple terms, you immediately expose gaps in your understanding. You're forced to simplify complex ideas, use analogies, and connect different pieces of information. This process solidifies your knowledge and makes it far more memorable. Don't just explain it in your head. Speak it out loud, or even write it down. The act of verbalizing or writing forces a different kind of processing that enhances retention. Spaced repetition is another game changer. Our brains are designed to forget. The forgetting curve shows that we rapidly lose information shortly after learning it, but subsequent reviews spaced out over time dramatically improve retention. Instead of cramming, review the material at increasing intervals, perhaps an hour. After reading, then a day later, then 3 days, a week, a month. Tools like flashcard apps can automate this process, showing you information just as you're about to forget it. This method leverages how your memory naturally works, reinforcing pathways in your brain. Connecting new information to what you already know is also vital. Our brains are like vast networks of interconnected ideas. New information sticks best when it can latch on to existing knowledge. As you read, constantly ask yourself, how does this relate to something I already understand? Can I link this to a personal experience, another book I've read, or a concept I'm familiar with? Creating these mental hooks makes the new information more meaningful and easier to retrieve later. Visualization is an underutilized tool. Try to create vivid mental images of what you're reading. If you're reading about a historical event, imagine the scene unfolding. If it's a complex process, visualize each step. Our brains are incredibly good at remembering images, and linking abstract concepts to concrete visuals can dramatically improve recall. Finally, teach it to someone else. This is perhaps the ultimate test of understanding and retention. When you prepare to teach, you're forced to organize the information logically, anticipate questions, and articulate concepts clearly. The act of teaching reinforces your own learning and embeds the information deeply in your long-term memory. It doesn't have to be a formal lecture. Simply explaining a concept to a friend, family member, or even your pet can be incredibly effective. The journey to remembering everything you read isn't about having a perfect memory. It's about employing smart strategies that leverage how your brain learns and retains information. By actively engaging with the text, explaining concepts in simple terms, utilizing spaced repetition, making connections, visualizing, and teaching others, you transform reading from a passive activity into a powerful learning experience. Stop letting valuable information slip away. Start implementing these techniques today, and watch as your comprehension deepens, your retention improves, your knowledge base expands exponentially. Your brain is a powerful tool. Learn to use it effectively, and you'll remember